So product rule.
We have a question.
Yes.
How would when you didn't do the derivative of e to cx, how come you just got e to dx?
Because the derivative, because it's the cx. Thank you. Yeah. Minus cosine x plus, and I'll move this over so we have a little more space. E to the cx times, and what's the derivative of that going to be? What's the derivative there? Someone raise their hand and tell me. Who's going to tell me what it is? Hunter, go.
So is it? What'd you do for c0?
C is a constant. What's the derivative of sine?
C cosine.
C cosine x.
Minus cosine x, or plus sine x.
Because it's minus a negative. I'm just cleaning it up a little bit. There it is. That's the derivative right there. Can you algebraically simplify that a little bit?
Yes.
Sure. Do I want you to at this point? Not really. I thought that was great. The derivative of the first times the second plus the first. And can someone tell me what's the derivative of tangent? So in this case, it's root x squared. And then what do I have to multiply by? Finish it. What do I have to multiply by? Ah, there we go. The southwest quadrant came through. Excellent. Do you have to go any further? No. That's fine. Totally fine. Totally fine. You could clean it up a little bit. I mean, like, what's that right there?
X.
That's just x. You know what that is. Hunter, yeah. Two things. So it's the derivative of the first times the second plus the first times the... That's just cosine. And then you do the derivative again. That's all you do. What's the derivative of sine? Cosine theta plus, and then what do you have to use? The product rule, right? The derivative of the first times the second plus the first times the derivative of the second. I'm just putting the parentheses there so you remember that this right here correlates to this right here. Are we okay so far? So now all we're doing is evaluating. That's it. G double prime of pi over 6. You need to know these trig values. What's cosine of pi over 6? Anybody? 3 over 2 plus, what's root 3 over 2 minus pi over 6 times, what's sine of pi over 6? 1/2. So you end up with root 3 minus pi over 12. No. We're still going. Who can tell me the third derivative? Who can tell me the third derivative? Who? Shay. Who? Tegan, go. Negative.
You can put the 2 up. Oh, wait, sorry, negative 6.
Yep, negative 6. 2 minus x to the...
To the negative 4.
Yep, times.
Negative 1.
Yep, and so it ends up being 6 times 2 minus x to the... So the question is this. And after you do 3 little marks like that, you do not do a fourth one. You instead do this. That means fourth derivative right there. So can someone just tell me what the fourth derivative is going to be? A 4 in parentheses.
24.
So it's going to be negative 24, 2 minus x to the negative 5 times equals 24 times 2 minus x to the... So the question is this. If you went all the way to the nth one, what do you end up with? Well, you definitely know what's going to be in the middle. And take a look at the correlation, everybody. You have first going to that power, 2 going to here, 3 going to there. This, what'd you say?
Wait, I have a question.
Negative, how about this? Negative n plus 1, is that okay? Take a look. Look at the correlation.